Okay. Wait. Okay. Okay, so today we're going to continue what we did last week. Okay, well, the thing is, my friend, her Wi-Fi today is not stable, so she won't be able to attend the class. But because I promised myself to make the class every week, so here I am without anyone uh, to really teach. But I'm just going to do the continuation. So this is class number 3, and last week we did chapter 2 from Minna no Nihongo. So I'm using the book Minna no Nihongo. Okay, Minna no Nihongo. Okay, Minna no Nihongo. So last time I did chapter 2. So this time I'm going to uh, do chapter 3. Okay, so we'll be going to chapter 3. 第3課と。Is that kanji right? 第3課. Okay, this is chapter 3. So for chapter 3, I'm just going to explain the bunke, the sentence structure. Okay, bunke, the sentence structure for chapter 3. Bunke. Okay, this is written as because if you're learning Japanese using Romaji, do you know Romaji? It's like sakura instead of sakura. Then I really I really do not recommend you to use that because you're not going to really understand the Japanese that way. Okay, so that's my recommendation. Okay, so 第3課です。Number 3, chapter number 3. The sentence structure, bunke, is number 1. ここは〇〇です。Okay, and number 2 is okay, エレベーターはあそこです。あそこです。Okay, so ここは〇〇です means here is 〇〇. So here is, for example, if we're just talking about the toilet, ここはトイレです。Okay, トイレです。Or if you're trying to say that here is the your room, ここは私の部屋です。Okay, so this is my room. Okay, so ここは〇〇です。It will be here is 〇〇. Okay, it's a place. This is a place. So, number 2. Number 2 is エレベーターはあそこです。エレベーター. Okay, so this is in katakana. So, something in katakana would mean that it is derived from another language. So, エレベーター, for those who have guessed it, it means elevator. The elevator. Elevator. Okay. In Japanese, they use katakana エレベーター. Okay, エレベーター。エレベーターはあそこです。Okay, so あそこ。あそこ would mean there. Okay, there. あそこ would mean there. So last time, okay, I'm going to have to explain this koko asoko ですね. Okay, last time we learned about uh, これ、それ、あれ、あら、あれ、and この、その、あの。Okay, so this ko, so, a have a very similar meaning. Similar meaning, I mean, how to explain this? It means ko is something that is near to you, so is something that is near to the one who you're talking to, and a is usually something that is far from the both of you. Okay, so 読み込み、開く、よっと。Okay, so this is the last time I explained to my friend using this. So これ、それ、あれ. If something starts with ko, then it is something that is close to you. In English, we would say that this. Okay, and それ, something that is near to your partner. So you will say to your partner それ, which means maybe in English it would be that. And あれ would mean you use あれ if you want to say about something that is far from the both of you when you're speaking. Okay, both is far from you and your partner. So this ko, so, a. Okay, if it starts with ko, somewhere close. If it starts with so, close to your partner. If it starts with a, then it is far from the both of you. Okay, so this is the same for this is kore, sore, are, kono, sono, ano, and it will be the same for place. Okay, so for places, you say koko, soko, asoko. Okay, so ko, so, a. It's the same here. You say here when you're trying to say somewhere that is near you. Here, koko, here. Soko would mean there. And asoko would mean somewhere far away, over there. Okay? So this is koko, soko, asoko. Here, there, over there. So back to the bunke, the sentence structure that we're doing today. So, ここは〇〇です. Here is 〇〇. Okay, so here is my room. Here is my house. Here is the hospital. So you put place at this 〇〇. Okay, so ここは病院です。ここは私の部屋です。ここは、何々ですね。Okay, number two. Number two,エレベーターはあそこです。So the elevator is over there. Asoko would mean over there, somewhere that is far from you and the one you're talking to. So elevator wa asoko desu would mean the elevator is over there. Okay, so this is the two uh, sentence sentence structure that we're doing today. Now that we're done with that, we're going to see some 例文. Okay, some 例文. 例文. Okay, 例文 means example sentence. Okay. Okay, so number one, the first example would be ここは大阪ですか？ここは大阪ですか？ And the answer would be はい、そうです。Okay, so looking at this 例文, this sentence, example sentence, ここは would mean here, Osaka desu ka? Is here Osaka? ここは here? Osaka, Osaka desu ka? Is it? So is here Osaka? ここは大阪ですか？はい、そうです。はい would mean yes. そうです。That's right. Okay, そうです。That's right. This is the first 例文. Let's go for the second 例文, which is トイレはどこですか？トイレはどこですか？ Okay, the answer is あそこです。Okay, トイレはどこですか？ So something that starts with do. Okay, do, it doesn't have to be really do, but do would mean the question. Okay, so go back to here. ここ、そこ、あそこ. And the fourth would be どこ. So ここ means here, そこ means there, あそこ means over there, and then we have どこ. Okay, どこ would mean where. Okay, so こそあど. Okay, you can remember こそあど here, there, over there, and どこ where. どこ where. Okay, so back to the 例文. トイレはどこですか？トイレはどこですか？ Where is the toilet? あそこです over there. あそこです over there. Okay, so this is the second 例文. Next, number three. Okay, number three is 佐藤さんはどこですか？佐藤さんはどこですか？佐藤さんはどこですか？ And the answer is オフィスです。Okay, so 佐藤さん. When you have this son and the name of someone, okay, it means Mr. Sato or Miss Sato. Okay, son can be used for both genders. Okay, Sato-san, Yamada-san, or it can be a male or female. So, Sato-san, Mr. Sato, Miss Sato, wa doko desu ka? Where? Okay, so where is Mr. Sato? And the answer is office desu. This is written in katakana. Okay, so it comes from the word, English word office. Okay, office. Okay, when you write it in katakana, it becomes office. Okay, so where is Mr. or Miss Sato? At the office. Office desu. This is 例文 number 3. Next, we'll go to number 4. 事務所はどちらですか？あちらです。Okay, so I need to write some kanji here. じむ事務所。事務所はどちらですか？ Okay, I wrote that too big. Wait. No. よいしょ。Okay, so 事務所はどちらですか？ And the answer is あちらです。Okay, so now we have two more words that describe a place. Okay, so we had ここ、そこ、あそこ、どこ, and now we have どちら and あちら. Okay, dochira and achira. Okay, this basically means 事務所はどちらですか? 事務所 is the office. Okay, 事務所. So I just showed you the office written in katakana and the office in original Japanese, which is 事務所. Okay, 事務所 means the office. Okay, so 事務所はどちらですか? Where is the office? 事務所はどちらですか? Where is the office? It is the same with 事務所はどこですか? Okay, this is the same meaning with どこ. Where is the office? And あちらです. あちら means over there. So あちら is the same as あそこ. So what are the difference? Okay, どこ and どちら, あそこ and あちら. Okay, so this どちら and あちら, this ちらちら, it is a formal way of saying things. Okay, you can use どこ desu ka? It's not informal, but the more polite way to say it is どちら. Okay, so どちらdesu ka? あちら desu. So back to this, where was it? This one. Okay, no, not this one. Here. Okay, this one. Here, there, over there, where, ここ, そこ, あそこ, どこ. Right. So all of this can have a more polite way of saying it. So ここ would be こちら. そこ would be そちら. あそこ is あちら. And どこ is どちら. Okay, so it is basically the same meaning, but in Japanese you have these levels of politeness. Okay, when you use uh, with someone that you just introduce yourself or someone that is your customer. So you have to use this a better, how you can say, a higher politeness level. Okay, so こちら, そちら, あちら, どちら. It is used with mostly customers. Okay. So 事務所はどちらですか? あちらです. Okay, where is the office? It's over there. Okay, next let's go to number 5. Okay, so 例文, example sentence number 5. It is お国はどちらですか? 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 Okay, so 国. Okay, this is a kanji. We read it as kuni and it means country. So 国はどちらですか? Okay, and this O in the bracket. Okay, O in the bracket would mean to make something more polite. Okay, more polite. So you can just say 国はどちらですか? But to make it more polite, you can put O in front of it. So お国はどちらですか? This is the same with 国はどこですか? 国はどこですか? Okay, where is your country? Okay, so this is the same, but to make it more polite, you will say お国はどちらですか? And you can answer your country's name. Okay, for example, I'm from Malaysia. Okay, Malaysia. So I'll say Malaysia desu. Okay, I'd say Malaysia desu. Okay, you can use anything here. For example, if you come from China, 中国です. If you come from韓国, sorry, if you come from South Korea, you can say 韓国です. Okay, if you come from for example, my friend, she comes from Trinidad, so Torinidado desu. Okay. Okay, so this is number 5. Next, let's go to number 6. Okay, 例文 number 6. 6番目。それはどこの服ですか? それは Okay, we learned this last time. それは that is どこの where from or whose country? Whose country? どこの服ですか? Okay, wrote that too big. Okay, それはどこの服ですか? So 服 means clothes. Okay, どこの where from? What country that where does it belong to? If I have to translate it literally, どこの. So no means possessiveness. Can I write that? Possessiveness. Yes, I think that's about right. Possessiveness. Yes. Okay. So no, no here is the possessiveness. So 私の it's mine. あなたの your. Okay. So どこの where. To where does it belong? Okay. So それはどこの服ですか? Where does this clothes belong to? Okay. So this is the literal meaning, but it actually means from what country does this clothes come from? So you can say where it is made up from. Okay, whose country? What country does this clothes come from? Okay, so here you say イタリア、イタリアの服です。Okay, イタリアの服です。So それはどこの服ですか？イタリアの服です。So what country does this clothes come from? So you can say イタリアの服. So it is from Italy. So イタリアの服. This clothes belong to Italy. So if it comes from other country, you can just replace this Italia with another country's name. Okay, マレーシアの服です。中国の服です。フランスの服です。ドイツの服です。Okay, you can just put the country's name here, so it will mean that the thing, whether it is a bag or some clothing or shoes, it comes from that country. Okay, and the last one for today. Okay, the last 例文 for today is number 7. この時計はいくらですか? Okay, この this 時計 means clock. 時計 この時計はいくらですか? Okay, so this いくら means I'll just write the answer first. Okay, この時計はいくらですか? 18,600円。18,600円です。Okay, 18,600円です。So, I think you can guess the meaning of いくら。この時計は this clock. Okay, the reading is 時計。時計 means clock. この時計は this clock いくらですか? How much is it? Okay, so いくら means how much. Okay, いくら means how much. この時計はいくらですか? How much does this clock how much is this clock? Okay. So the answer is here 18,600円です。Okay, so this is 10 of a thousand. 10,000 is read as mang. Okay, this is the kanji. Okay, mang. And then thousands are read as sen. And hundreds are read as hyaku. Okay, so 18,600円です。This is n. Okay, or in English you say yen. Okay, yen. So how much is the clock? It is 18,600 yen. 18,600 yen. And you read it in Japanese, 18,800 yen. Okay. Okay. So that concludes all the reibuns, all the example sentences for chapter number 3, Minna no Nihongo. Okay. So before I end the class, okay, before I end the class, I'm just going to explain how you read the numbers, yeah? How you read the numbers in Japanese. Yui. Okay. Okay, so the first one, numbers in Japanese, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 or 4, 5, 6, 7 or 7, 8, okay, 8, 9 or 9, and you have 10. Okay, so what you have to be careful with is number 4, 7, and 9 have two ways of reading. Okay, so you can read, you can say 4 as yong or shi, 7 as nana or shichi. Okay, nana or shichi, and number 9 as ku or q. Okay, so this is how you say the numbers in Japanese for number 1 until number 10. Okay, and let me just focus here. Let me just duplicate that. Okay, and for the numbers after 10, 11, 12, 13, and 20 until 100. Okay, the rules are always the same. You just put uh, 10, for example, 11, yeah, 11. How you pronounce it, you just put 10 and you plus 1 to it. Okay, so for 11, you just add 10, which is ju, and you add 1, which is ichi. So 11 is ju ichi. Okay, and then you have, for example, 25, let's say. Okay, for 25, how you say it is you put number 2 and then you add 10 and then you add 5 to it. Okay, so number 2 is ni, 10 is ju, and 5 is go. So it will be ni ju go. It's that simple. Okay, and what else? 95, 5, let's just say 97. Okay, let's say 97. So how you say it? 9 plus 10 plus 7. Okay, so it'll be Q or Ku. Usually I say Q. Okay, Q plus 10, it is Ju. And then 7 is Nana or Shichi. So I'll just say Nana. Okay, so you read 97 as Kyuju Nana. Okay, so this is the same until 100 and above. Okay, so let's just say 138, for example. Okay, so if you want to say 100 in Japanese, you use this kanji though. It reads as hyaku, which means 100. Okay, 100. Okay, so if you want to say 138, it will be 100. You say you start with 100, so hyaku, and then 3 sang, because this is 30. You have ju there, you have 10 there, sanju, and then you put 8 hachi. Okay, hyaku sanju hachi. Okay, so this is how you say it if it is number 1. Okay, if the number is 555, for example. Okay, 555. So you have to put 5 before the hyaku. Okay, so you put go for number 5, and then you put 100. Go hyaku. Go, and then you have 5. Go, and 5 is at tens, right? This is 100, and this is tens, and this is ones. Okay, so go hyaku, number 500, 5, 10, goju, and then 5. Goju, go. Okay, so if the number starts not with 1, 400, you have to put you have to say the number. Okay, but if it starts with number 1, you don't say ichi hyaku. Okay, here you don't have ichi. You just say hyaku, and it is understandable that it is only 100, 1 of 100. Okay, but if it's 5 of 100, you can think of it as this 5 times 100. So you have to say 5. Okay, let's try that again. For example, 741, for example. Okay, so 700 would mean 7 times 10, 7 times 100, and you have 4 times 10, and you have 1, okay, at the back. So 7 is nana, and you put hyaku, and then you have 4, yon, and then you have 10, so ju, and you have 1, ichi. Okay, so it reads nana hyaku yonju ichi. Okay, I think it's quite simple. It's not that hard to remember how you say the numbers in Japanese. Okay, okay, so next. Uh, if you look at the Rebun, it says how much is this? 18,000, yeah, 18,600. So 18,000. This is usual in Japan. We use hyaku. We use 100 as the base. It's not $1, but it is hyakuen, 100 yen. So if you buy things that is expensive, it's going to be said as 18,000 or 300,000 or things like that. Okay, so I'm going to explain. I explain 100. Okay, 100 is hyaku. So what about 1,000? Okay, 1,000. 1,000 is the kanji is like this, and it is read as sen. Okay, and then thousands is the kanji is like this, and it is read as mang. Okay, so for sen, sen is the same as hyaku, where you don't say ichi sen. Okay, if it is written as 1,000, you don't say ichi sen. Okay, now you just say sen. Okay, so sen is 1,000. If you have, for example, 6,000, so you have to think is it you have to think of it as 6 times 1,000. So you will have to say roku. sen. Okay, roku sen. Mm. So if I'm going to say 1957, okay, 1957. Uh, this is the year Malaysia got its independence. So 1957. Okay, how you say it in Japanese? Say it first. Let's just delete this first. Okay. To. Okay, let's just delete that first. So how you say 1006, sorry, 1957. So you say sen, okay, because it only starts with 1000. So sen, and you have 9 times 100. So sen q for 9, and 100 is hyaku. And you have 5 times 10. So go, then is ju, and then you have nana. 7, right? So 1957. Okay, 1957. Okay, let's try えーっと 5,000. 3,000, let's try. Okay, 3,131. Let's try that. Okay, so if it starts either, it doesn't start with 1,000. Okay, it has 3,000 apart from 1,000. So you have to say the number sang. Okay, so this is 3 times 1,000. So sang. Sen. Okay, 3,100. So for 100, you don't say ichi hyaku, so you just say hyaku. And then we have 3 times 10, sanju. Then we have 1 ichi. So you read it as sansen hyaku sanju ichi. Okay? But in Japanese, it's hard to say sansen. Sansen is hard. So the Japanese usually nigoru. Okay? What is the meaning of nigoru? It means make the sound thicker. So you add the ten here. Okay? So it becomes sanzen. It's not sansen because it's hard to pronounce. Sanzen. Sanzen hyakusanjuichi. Okay? So 3,131. Sanzen hyakusanjuichi. And the last one. Okay, I only have 5 minutes left. The last one, let's go to 10,000. Okay, 10,000. This is 1,000, 10,000. Okay, the kanji is like this. The reading is mang. Okay, the reading is mang. So I explained that for hyaku and sen, you don't say ichi hyaku and you don't say ichi sen, right? Okay, you say hyaku and sen. But it's different with mang. I don't know why. Okay, for mang, you have to say ichi mang. Okay, this one, you have to say ichi mang. Maybe because it is a bigger number, so you have to say it clearly, whether it's ichimang or not ichimang. Okay, so you say ichimang only for 10,000s. Okay, so for example, one, no, 13,000, 87 2, let's say. Okay, so how do you read this? It goes 13,872. Okay, So 1만 is this part, 3000 is this part, 3000, 800 is 800, 70 is this one, 70, and then you have this ni. Okay, so 13,872. So why does this 8 plus 100, you should read it as 800. Okay, 800. But it is hard to pronounce it as 800, so the Japanese pronounce it as 800. Okay, 800. Okay, so I should explain all the differences in pronouncing all the numbers, but I guess I don't have the time for today. Do I? No, only 4 minutes left. Okay, so I think I'm going to end the live here. And if I have time, I'll explain which numbers are pronounced differently for hyaku and sen. Alright, next time. Okay, so I'll end it here. Thank you very much.